Please help me before my mummy disappears." The little girl's voice cut through the rain and stopped Matteo Bellini beneath a dim streetlight in lower Manhattan. She could not have been more than 7. Her yellow raincoat hung crookedly from one shoulder. Her dark hair clung to her cheeks, and one untied sneaker slapped softly against the wet pavement as she hurried toward him. Matteo had heard desperate pleas in languages that had vanished centuries ago, but something in the child's trembling words made the night fall strangely still. "Where is she?" he asked. The girl pointed toward a narrow apartment building half a block away. "Upstairs. She fell near the kitchen, and she won't wake up." I tried calling for help, but her phone went dark. Her name was Lily Parker. Matteo did not know that yet. All he knew was that she had crossed a nearly empty street without hesitation and chosen him from every stranger in New York City. That choice would have terrified anyone who understood what he was. To human eyes, Matteo looked like a man in his late 30s, dressed in a black wool coat tailored too perfectly for the neighborhood. In truth, he had ruled the hidden vampire courts for more than 600 years. Kings, soldiers, and ancient families lowered their voices when they spoke his name, yet Lily stared at him as if he was simply the first adult who had bothered to listen. "Can you save her?" she asked. Matteo tilted his head. Beyond the rain, the traffic, and the old pipes rattling inside the nearby buildings, his hearing reached the 4th floor of the apartment house. He found a heartbeat there, slow, uneven, fading. Then he heard something else. A faint metallic pulse repeating every 6 seconds. Not an appliance, a device created by vampire alchemists to release a rare sleeping toxin into the air. Someone had targeted the woman upstairs. "Your mother's name," Matteo said. "Ellie Parker." The moment Lily spoke it, the mark hidden beneath Matteo's glove began to burn. He looked down sharply. Lily had reached for his hand, wrapping her small fingers around 2 of his. The streetlight above them flickered once and went dark. Another light failed across the road, then another. Within seconds, every lamp along the block faded, leaving only the glow of apartment windows and passing headlights. Lily pulled her hand back. "Did I break them?" "No." Matteo's answer came too quickly. For 412 years, the royal blood seal on his wrist had remained dormant. It had survived wars, betrayals, and the fall of entire houses without showing the smallest sign of life. Now it glowed beneath his glove because a human child had touched him. Matteo's gaze shifted to the silver locket around Lily's neck. A crescent moon crossed by a white rose had been engraved into its surface. He recognized the crest immediately. It belonged to the Parker bloodline, a human family believed to have vanished after saving the first Bellini king from an ancient curse. "Where did you get that?" he asked. Lily held the locket protectively. "My mom gave it to me. She said it belonged to Grandma." Before Matteo could ask more, a black sedan turned onto the street. It moved slowly through the rain, its windows dark. His guards had sensed the royal seal awaken. They would arrive within seconds, and once they saw the crest, word would spread to the Vampire Council before midnight. Matteo looked toward the 4th floor window. None of that mattered if Ellie Parker's heartbeat stopped first. He crouched to Lily's height. "Listen carefully. Your mother is still alive, but we must reach her now." Hope flashed across the girl's face. You can really help her. Matteo had made promises that ended wars. He had broken alliances to protect his kingdom, but he had never seen anyone trust him as completely as Lily did in that moment. "Yes," he said, "I give you my word." He lifted her gently into his arms and wrapped one side of his coat around her. Lily rested her head against his shoulder, exhausted but no longer alone. "Are you a doctor?" she whispered. Matteo began walking toward the building as the black sedan stopped behind him and 4 silent figures stepped into the rain. "No," he replied, watching Ellie's window, "but I know what was used against your mother, and I know who would dare use it." Lily did not notice the guards bowing their heads. She did not see the shadows retreat from Matteo's path. She only knew that a stranger had promised to save Ellie Parker. What she did not know was that the stranger carrying her upstairs was Matteo Bellini, the vampire king, and someone in his own court had just made the mistake of threatening the only human family protected by his oldest oath. Matteo reached the 4th floor before the elevator had finished climbing. Lily noticed nothing unusual. She only clung to his coat and apartment 4C, where the door stood slightly open. The hallway smelled of rain, old carpet, and something faintly metallic. Matteo set Lily down behind him. "Stay close, but do not enter until I tell you." She nodded. His guards both hands over her later. The tallest, a silver-eyed vampire named Adrian Cross, stopped when he saw the open door. "Your Majesty," he said quietly, "the council detected the seal." Matteo did not turn. Then the council door wider. The apartment was small but cared for. A child's drawings covered the refrigerator. A stack of overdue bills sat beneath a ceramic mug filled with pens. A pair of hospital shoes rested beside the couch, still damp from an earlier shift. Ellie Parker lay on the kitchen floor near an overturned glass of water. She wore navy blue scrubs beneath a grey cardigan, and one hand remained stretched toward the table where her phone had gone dark. Matteo crossed the room and knelt beside her. Her pulse was weak but steady enough to save. Her breathing was shallow. A clear glass disc no larger than a quarter blinked beneath the kitchen cabinet, releasing the soft metallic rhythm he had heard from the street. "Do not touch it," Matteo warned. Belladonna vapor mixed with silver ash. It was designed to affect humans without leaving a trace. Adrian's expression tightened. "Only 3 royal laboratories know that formula. And one of them belongs to my council." Matteo removed his glove and placed 2 fingers against Ellie's wrist. The royal mark glowed brighter. A pale line of gold traveled from his skin to hers, then vanished beneath her sleeve.